the Senior Day festivities. First of all, Shantae Marcus being honored. Here is public address announcer Brian McCarter.
Came against Queens on January the 11th, where she scored a career-high 17 points and hit 4 three-pointers. Joining her today is her family, Michelle and Stephen Marcus. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a nice round of applause to Carson-Newman Senior, Shantae Marcus.
So that was the festivities for Shantae Marcus as she's honored. We will have now seniors on the men's basketball team. And we'll let you listen to that again. Brian McCarter, public address announcer.
Davis. Davis is averaging 20.3 points in his senior year and 18.5 points for his career. With 1,460 points, he sits in 9th on the all-time scoring list and needs 12 to pass Kyle Gribber for 8th all-time. Davis is a 2-time All-SAC first-team selection. He earned All-Region and All-American honors in his junior year. Davis will play in his 80th career game against Queens tonight and make his 79th start. He also scored double figures in all but 5 games in his career. He has 34 20-point games lifetime. Carson-Newman is 28-6 in those contests. Davis has been named the SAC Player of the Week on 3 occasions and will graduate in May. Accompanying Davis is Larry and Gwen Lawrence. Ladies and gentlemen, Antoine Davis. Next is Kevin Leatherwood. Leatherwood has scored 211 points in his Carson-Newman career and battled back from an injury to play in his senior season. He drained a 3 against Wingate 3 games ago that sealed the win for the Eagles. Carson-Newman is unbeaten the last 6 games that he's appeared in the starting lineup. Leatherwood dropped a career-high 23 points in his freshman season and corralled a career-best 7 boards against Lenore Ryan in his junior year. He nailed a career-best 3 threes against Mars Hill back in November. Leatherwood is accompanied by Kenny and Sissy Leatherwood. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Leatherwood. Our third senior is Michael Ray Likely. Likely has appeared in every game of his senior season and is averaging a career-best 2.7 points and 2.2 boards per game in his final go-around for the Eagles. Lifetime, he's 4-2 when in the starting lineup and has evolved into a pivotal role player for the Eagles. He set his career high for points in his freshman season with 12 against Cincinnati Christian. He set a career high with the first 5-assist game of his career earlier this season in a win over Newberry. He has also made 4 steals for the Eagles in their opener in their win over Barton. Likely is accompanied by Michael and Brenda Likely. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Likely. Our final season is Ish Sanders. Sanders sits on the cusp of a couple milestones for the Eagles as he finishes out his senior season. Sanders needs 9 points to catch Arnold Mellinger for his 5th on the Eagles' all-time scoring list. Beyond that, he can move into the 5th on the South Atlantic Conference's all-time scoring sheet with 18 points against the Royals. He comes into the game with Queens with 1,817 career points. He's a 5-time South Atlantic Conference Player of the Week and 2-time first-team All-South Atlantic Conference selection. Sanders holds a single-game sack record for most points in a regulation game with 51 against Mars Hill his freshman year. He's the Eagles' single-season record holder for made threes with 99, and with 328 made threes holds the sack record for the statistic in his career. Sanders is accompanied by Quantal and Heather Langford. Ladies and gentlemen, Ish Sanders. One more time, a round of applause for all the seniors, Antoine Davis, Kevin Leatherwood, Ray Lockley, and Ish Sanders, and for the women, Shantae Marcus.
So great honors for the seniors for Carson-Newman men's basketball and women's basketball. And we also have Chris Castle. Chris Castle has done such a great job, the manager for the Carson-Newman men's basketball team. He gets a framed jersey as well. Nice honor for Castle. His mom, Jackie, joining him now at midcourt. Chuck Benson pausing for a moment. Said Chris has been with us 5 years. He's more or less carried this thing by himself, Benson said. 5 years, every little laundry by Chris Castle. And a round of applause for Chris Castle. That's very well earned. For 5 years, really a staple of this Carson-Newman men's basketball program. Classy move by Chuck Benson to salute all of his hard work
we also want to recognize
Eagle basketball program run. Now for the senior cheerleaders, let's listen in to Brian McCarter.
Lauren Mason, being escorted by mom and dad Grant and Pam Mason. And next, a fellow accounting major, hope she goes on to get her CPA like this announcer, from Greenville, Tennessee, escorted by the mom, Joey Parker, Taylor Parker. Let's give a round of applause for your senior cheerleaders.
Good applause for the senior cheerleaders. As again, it is senior day at Old Field House, honoring the men's and women's basketball seniors and Spirit members. And now we'll listen in on Parents' Day. All the parents here for Carson-Newman men's and women's basketball. We'll let you listen to that next.
First, we'll start with the women's basketball program. Kiana Sedlacek with her mother, Janet Sedlacek. Shantae Marcus with her mom and dad, Michelle and Stephen Marcus. Caitlin Couples with her mom and dad, Mitch and Karen Couples. Kaylin Brooks with her mom and dad, Tony and Tracy Brooks. Tatum Berstrom and her mom and dads, David and Stephanie Berstrom. Lacey Miller and her mom and dad, Jeff and Debbie Miller. Carly Pippin with her dad, Bill Pippin. Whitney Kyle with her mom and dad, Jeff and Pam Kyle. JJ McLaughlin and Haley Kaufelt with with Wayman and Jackie McLaughlin. Katie Stubblefield with her mom and dad, Trent and Joni Stubblefield. And LaShonda Peacher with Taylor Peterson. And LaShonda's with her mom, Shonda Peacher. Jasmine Franklin and Jasmine Poole with Gloria Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your women's basketball players, parents, and escorts.
So the Carson-Newman women's parents introduced, and now the men's team.
And Amy Barnett. Kevin Leatherwood with his parents, Kenny and Sissy Leatherwood. Brandon Kelly with his parents, Tim and Melissa Kelly. Chris Castle with his mom, Mama Castle, and all the moms to the players. Joshua Leatherwood with his parents, Damon and Jamie Leatherwood. Josh Rogers with his Carson-Newman mom, Linda Hill. Antoine Davis with Larry and Gwen Lawrence. Ray Likely with his parents Michael and Brenda Likely. Sawyer Williams with his parents Rusty and Heidi Williams. Jay Lane with Clifton Lane and Terry Sutton. Ish Sanders with Quantal and Heather Langford. Ben Vaughn with Tommy and Carol Ann Vaughn. Carson Brooks with Leslie Thompson. Reed Burke with Brian Burke. CJ Bussey, Leo Burkus, and Jared Johnson with the Carson-Newman mom, Linda Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for your Carson-Newman men's and women's basketball team, their parents and escorts, and all the folks that have made Carson-Newman basketball so successful this season and in our history. Let's give them a round of applause.
Well, a really nice ovation for all the parents of Carson-Newman women's and men's basketball, and you can't say enough for the great job these parents have done, not only raising outstanding young men and women, bringing them to Carson-Newman University, a place where these kids get to grow, not only academically, athletically, but spiritually as well. And